All right, we got a surprising start from the Mariners. Yelich continues to rake, and guys, baseball is back.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Here
this
we go.
is two dudes and a bro.
Three innings in a row where every out has been a strikeout.
Dudes, how we doing today?
Doing well. Got some little day baseball action.
Good. Monday blues are cured for me.
Yeah.
We got the Dodgers on at 7:10 tonight, baby. Let's do it.
I mean, is it no coincidence that it's a little sunnier out today? And I don't know, things are the birds are chirping.
Got a little pip in your step.
Yeah, like a little extra skip, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah. Well, today's episode is sponsored by my YouTube channel. Make sure you go check that out. It's Triples Alley, it's the show I do, and my YouTube channel is called Life of a Baseball Bro. If you're not already subscribed, go subscribe now. All right, guys, let's dive into some headlines. We got Yelich. He ties MLB record with 4 home runs in the first 4 games. Not only that, but we have 4 guys. There's a lot of 4s that hit 4 home runs. We got Belly, Davis, Chris Davis, and Goldie with 4 home runs on their total too. Do we see any of them sustaining this production, Hunter?
Well, first off, what an explosion of a week to start it off.
Jeez.
Those guys are just monsters.
It's like
4
they
home
had
runs,
so much
and it's
built.
not even a full week, 4 home runs and really,
Like
besides
4
the
games
Mariners,
in, yeah.
4 or 5
Opening
games
weekend.
in.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, as far as sustaining the whole time, I'm sorry, guys. I don't think they can hit a home run every game this year. But as far as like potential to have 30 to 40 home runs, I think every guy we mentioned has that potential to hit 30 to 40 this year.
Yeah, I agree. I was kind of a hater on Yelich. Not a hater, but I was kind of doubting his back-to-back year of following up his MVP season, and he just shoved it right down our throats.
Absolutely.
I guess so.
But, I mean, are the balls juiced? They gotta still be juiced.
They have to be. I think so. I think they're spun a little bit tighter than usual. You know, they have a little more loft. Maybe a little lighter
flying.
or something.
Yeah, they're flying
I
out.
mean, jeez Louise.
And if you're Rob Manfred, why not? Like, that's action right there. We're talking
more
about
viewers,
it.
more fans coming to watch.
I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, Christian Yelich, though, is out there looking like a video game player, dude. He's
Insane.
making the game look easy, dude. Everything is hit hard.
Yeah.
Everything's barreled up. Oppo, home run to right field, curveball, fastball. There's literally no way to pitch to him. Can you see a back-to-back MVP happening for Yelich after this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's obviously not going to stay in this kind of pace, but I think it's within reason if he keeps up this production, if he's the best player on the Brewers and Brewers make the playoffs, I think he's going to be up there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can. If as you said, if he maintains this pace of just hitting bombs and batting average 500, probably not, but it's still going to be high. I think he can definitely, become MVP. But I also got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
If he plays the way he did last year, MVP numbers again, do you think you could call him in the same league as Mike Trout and Mookie Betts, or is he going to have to do that for another year after this?
So, I know Mookie was going 1 in some drafts, but I don't think I have a hard time putting Mookie with Mike Trout, even though the fantasy production might be there. I think Yelich is on par with Mookie if he puts up another year like this. Because Mookie, he had 1 to 2 good years and he was up there already. I think Mike Trout's on a different planet, but I think Yelich can be up there too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if there's anything that the numbers are saying, he's first in average, he's first in runs scored, extra base hits, RBIs. Look all these numbers up since the All-Star break from last year.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this guy has figured the game out and he is abusing it right now. I think if he puts together another MVP, goes back-to-back MVP seasons, that's considerably. If I had the first overall pick, I might choose Yelich.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got
to be talked about on that plane now.
100%. Yeah. The thing that will refrain me from choosing Yelich, though, is how late this is all coming. It took him getting traded to the Marlins, and then him coming to the Brewers and playing in a hitter-friendly park. Like late, 28, 29? That's
and the
how
power
old is he?
wasn't always there, right?
Yeah,
No, the power,
grew.
yeah, but my prediction last year was Yelich top 3 MVP candidate, and the reason why I said that was because I noticed he did some changes in his swing. He developed a little bit of a leg kick.
Yeah.
He used more of his legs in his swing and stuff like that, and he's always been a contact hitter. So if he's driving the ball more, then those doubles off the wall are going to turn into home runs. However, I mean, when it comes to guys that are breaking out this late in their career, like I feel like pitchers are going to be able to figure them out. I don't know how long it'll continue. However, I'm definitely considering.
It'll be a fun season, nonetheless.
Yeah,
Watch him and
exactly.
see what he does. If he can hold this up.
Yeah. You guys have any headlines, Hunter? I know you have one.
I got 3 headlines.
Oh, hello.
Let's talk about Domingo Santana, his explosion. We knew
Yikes.
it was there.
Hot fire.
And I also want to mention Corbin Burns and Tim Beckham. I feel like we have to touch on all those. Real quick with Domingo Santana, 10 RBIs, 3 home runs. He did have a few little extra 2 cheat games in Japan.
Yeah.
Had the stats, but the guy's showing pop. Corbin Burns had 12 strikeouts in 5 innings.
Jeez.
And Tim Beckham's playing out of his mind, too, with the Mariners.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are putting it together.
First place ends, baby.
I mean, they're
Look at that,
first
baby.
place. That doesn't lie, dude. They
He's
just
repping them.
They took a series against the defending World
I know.
Series champions.
That was going to be my headline, was the M's took it to the Sox. The Sox have the worst ERA in baseball right now.
Oh, my gosh.
That's
Chris.
crazy.
Chris Sale.
And we said that. We're just saying. We're saying we worry about the bullpen.
You did. I mean, you did, but then you also did say that the Yankees are going to win 100-plus games this year.
They
Ooh,
stumbled.
And I stand by
Wait
it.
a minute.
I
Wait, the
stand-
Orioles, guys?
Yeah.
The
That's
Orioles?
bad.
I did. Yeah. Okay. All
Woo!
right.
That's
Fair.
bad.
Fair.
Frick.
And I don't know if you guys heard, but recently, Andujar and Stan are now both on the injured list. The Yankees had the worst opening weekend you could possibly.
I mean, I mean, what can you do? They left so many guys on base. They had a hot first game, and then after that, kind of fizzled out.
The
I don't know
AL
what's
East,
going on.
besides the Orioles, because they dropped Red Sox dropped 3 or 4 to the
AL
Mariners
East
as
is
well.
flipped,
Yeah.
just right on the
Did
head.
not see that coming.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But we'll get into more of that later. Let's talk about Domingo Santana. Is he going to continue this success, do you think, throughout the year?
I think, and this is true with the Mariners in general, I think they're obviously playing way above their heads right now, but I like Domingo Santana and the rest of that team for the rest of the year. He's playing, that lineup is so stacked, and Seager's not even back yet.
Surprisingly stacked.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it came out of nowhere for me.
Status.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's going to be, they put up so many runs against the Sox, I think there's going to be guys on the base path, and Santana is probably going to get on base and get knocked in.
Yeah. What about you, Hunter?
Good vibes for the Mariners. I mean, they
Yeah.
just look like they're having fun. They
Yeah.
don't have like the besides a few guys to star names, but I feel like Domingo, because he had 2 years ago, he had that campaign where he hit 30 home runs, and then last year he kind of fell off. He got
Struggled
demoted
with,
to AAA,
yeah.
struggled with his pop, and then this year he's coming on hot. I think he will cool off, but I still think he's marinating right around the 25 to 30 home run area.
I mean, the guy was given split time, overcrowded outfield with Yelich and Kane coming in last year. Now he's in the Mariners, and he's got a spot. He's comfortable.
Yeah, no pressure.
Finding his groove.
Not
Yeah,
high
dude.
expectations in
Some
Seattle.
people like really thrive off of the low pressure environment. However, he does have a sense of clutchness. If you saw in the playoffs against the Dodgers, he came in to pinch it and drove in some runs, dude. Really screwed us up.
I don't forget that, but
Yeah. So, I mean, like, you could say either way. I think he just needed a spot, someone to believe in him so he could show the world what he's got.
yeah.
I think he'll continue it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think
looks
he'll
good.
be like an MVP candidate. However, like, he's going to be a solid player for the Mariners.
Absolutely.
Let's move on to our next segment. We got a new segment I like to call Fake News or Breaking News. We're going to look into
Ooh,
some
that sounds
headlines
tasty.
of the future.
Okay.
All right? And you're going to tell me if it's A, fake news, not going to happen, or B, breaking news. You heard it here first on Two Dudes in a Bro. All right? You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Number one kind of ties in what we're talking about. Seattle makes the playoffs. Fake news, breaking news.
I'm sorry, Seattle. I'm sorry, Ethan Shirt.
Oh,
Fake news.
It's okay.
I feel like they're just off to a hot start. A lot of the teams, every year there's a few teams that get off to this start that, we're like, oh boy, let's talk about them. They're going to make the playoffs. And not so much. And I feel like Seattle just doesn't have the pitching this year. And the hitting's hot. It's nice right now. Enjoy it while you can, Seattle.
Yeah.
But as far as playoffs, I really just don't think with their division and wild card, I don't think they have a shot.
Ethan.
Well, if you couldn't already tell by my shirt, I'm on the bandwagon.
He's
This
on
is
the
breaking
bandwagon!
I
news.
respect it.
The Mariners are going to make the playoffs. Like I said, their lineup's pretty deep. Seager hasn't come back yet, so I think there's still some hope for the future that they can sustain this. And if you look around the American League, besides the top 3 teams, it's actually kind of wide open. I think that the wild card is definitely there for the taking, and then they can get smacked by the Red Sox or the Yankees. but I do think that there's a chance they make the playoffs. Absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say fake news. Sorry about that, Ethan. You know, if we all remember back in 2018, the Mets were the hottest team in the MLB
like a month.
for a month, and then they absolutely fell off the bandwagon. What was that? From no run support and from lack of pitching behind DeGrom. You know, there's nothing. What can I say about Tim Beckham continuing his success? I don't know. I don't think he'll put up the numbers in the future. Domingo's gonna fall off a little bit. Mitch Haniger would be solid for them, but other than that, I can't really see their lineup carrying that kind of weight to support their lack of rotation and lack of pitching depth.
I think their pitching staff and they actually have an okay bullpen. I think that's definitely okay to question. But their offense is going to put up runs. I mean, they're so deep at every position. I mean, D. Gordon's at the bottom of the lineup.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know. It kind of smells to me kind of like a old take on the Rockies, where they don't have the pitching, but they have the offense.
Yes, that's fair.
Let's talk about our next headline. Colton Wong goes 2020. He's been hot lately. Can you see him hitting 20 jacks and 20 stolen bases this year?
I'm off that bandwagon.
Fake news.
I do like Colton Wong for his the availability that you can get him at, but 2020, that's an all-star season. I don't see Colton Wong coming from not starting to getting time and going 2020 all of a sudden.
Hunter.
I'll buy it. You know what? I'll buy it right now. Put it in the book. 2020 for my boy Colton Wong. And you know what? When I say 2020, I mean just barely 2020.
He's scraping the bottom.
He's just going to get those, and that's it.
I'm going to have to go with you, man. This is breaking news for me. Dude, Colton Wong has had pop power or pop potential for a while now. He's not lived up to it.
He looks comfortable at the plate.
Yeah, and he's looking comfortable. You know, he has nothing to lose. He's hitting his prime, 28. He'll definitely put up the 20 stolen bases, the 20 pop, or the 20 home runs that I'm a little worried about.
He's already got, what?
He's got
three.
So
he's
far,
got a head start. You know what I mean? Next one, Trevor Bauer traded the Dodgers at the trade deadline. Fake news or breaking news?
Ooh, as much as I'd love for that to happen, I'm going to have to say fake news. I do think the Indians are going to trade one of their pitchers, but for some reason I just don't think they're just going to give Bauer to the Dodgers. It'd be nice. For some reason I think they're going to give Kluber just because he's older.
Yeah.
And when they do trade him, I think they could get a little bit more for him. He's got more proven seasons. And so for that reason, fake news.
Fake news.
I'm going fake news as well. I think the Dodgers will be interested in that, but I don't see the Indians giving that up while they're in the middle of a playoff push. I think off what I saw today, who just piqued my interest for the Dodgers, Chris Archer. I think that might be a little bit more likely because the Pirates will be out of the race and the Indians will have a lot to play for.
He had 8 Ks in 5 innings today. He looked good.
I mean, the Dodgers definitely are in need of right-handed pitching.
Yeah.
I mean, Walker Buehler can only do so much. And they got Ryu. They got
we got Ross.
Ross. Yeah,
but he's Ross.
But he was an all-star last year. Give him some credit.
Okay.
The first half.
Was he not? Was he an all-star or was he not an all-star?
What the? Oh, it's
yes or no? Easy
one
question.
half. Okay, one half. You know. I could list a handful of all-stars.
Would you make the argument
in the MLB anymore?
He is the most underrated all-star in the last 5 years. You would just never think that he made the all-star.
At that time, yeah.
Yeah, probably. I would say that.
All right.
And I mean that speaks for itself right there that he's not a reliable option.
He's very reliable.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. But anyways, I think the Dodgers are not afraid to go after big name guys. If there's anything to be said about Manny Machado last year,
Yu Darvish the year before that,
Yu Darvish, Trevor Bauer, dude.
We enjoyed when you choked on the team.
Choked Darvish.
Yeah.
I mean, Trevor Bauer, he's from UCLA.
Yeah, bring him home.
I would love it.
I would
you know
love
what I mean?
that.
I'm gonna have to go with fake news on that one though. I don't think it's
All that
trying to make it interesting.
I was trying to be a devil's advocate.
All right.
I gotta be honest. Luke Voigt leads AL All-Star votes at first base. Fake news or breaking news? Ethan?
I'm gonna go fake news because I got Greg Bird splitting time with him the rest of the year.
Is that so?
There's a bunch of guys on the injured list, so I don't think Bird's going anywhere, and they're pretty much going opening day, tit for tat. Voigt hit a home run, Bird hit a home run. I don't think Voigt will get enough playing time, so I'm out on that.
I'm out as well. He, as you said, he's splitting time with Greg Bird. Shout out. He went to Aurora High School, Colorado.
Oh.
Let's go Buffs.
Let's go, Buffs.
But yeah, he's splitting time. And Voigt, I feel like, I mean, he's done nothing to say that he can't, put up the all-star numbers this year. But I feel like he's going to hit a slump pretty soon.
Yeah, that second-year slump where you get...
I feel it in the bones, guys. That's, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I think? I'm going to have to go against the grain here. Breaking news. All right, Luke Voigt is the future. He's the real deal. Wow. I like his at-bats. I like his approach at the plate. I thought if he was going to slow down, he would slow down soon, in the beginning of the season. And what did he do? He hit 430 dead center.
Whoa.
With a 10-pound chain on.
Nasty 10-pound chain
that
with a nasty bat
feet.
flip.
That adds another 10 feet.
Looking like a kid at the candy shop, dude, after he hit the home run, man. He's fired up, dude. He fires me up.
He brings a lot of good energy to the Yankees.
You know what he's hitting right now? He's hitting 4 behind, stands out, but behind Judge and Stan before Stan got out. But, I mean, he's only going to move up. Maybe he's a 3-hitter, moving forward. He's going to get a lot of RBIs. Greg Bird is now the DH with Stan now, and I don't see any reason why they're going to be platooning him, according to their manager, who said they didn't want to platoon him. But I could be wrong on that. I don't know. That's what I read. I mean, things change,
Yeah.
But I'm going to go breaking news. Now, last one. Trey Turner, first player to steal 100-plus bases since Vince Coleman in 1987. Is that his breaking news or fake news?
As much as I want to say breaking, I got to say fake news. I mean, I do think he's going to have a career year this year. I think he steals... Honestly, I think he can hit 80 bags. But 100 is just... It seems like such an unrealistic number because we haven't seen it since 1987.
Exactly.
And I do think he's going to have one of the best years, shortstop
now,
has had as far as stolen bases.
Mind you, he has 5 so far.
Yeah. In how many games? Like 3?
Like 4, yeah, dude.
4.
Yeah, he got 3 on opening day.
That's what we thought about Billy, though. Good old Billy.
I
thought he was going to come up and steal 100 first year.
I mean, yeah.
And then he didn't.
He didn't. But Trey's another animal, dude. He gets on base more than Billy. He's a better hitter. And he's going to be getting a lot more opportunities to steal bases.
I'll say 80, but I don't think I'm going to go 100. That's just a big number for me.
Ethan?
I'll go breaking news. He's going to get 100.
Let's go, baby.
I love Trey Turner. And talk about 2020. He's going to get 2020 in his sleep.
Yeah. Oh,
the guy has sneaky pop.
Yeah,
but I'll go 100 bags just because if he gets on first base, he's taking second. I don't think anything's stopping him, right? Dude. So get on first base about like 2/3 of the time, and he's got 100 bags.
I'm hopping on the fast twist train, baby. I couldn't say that with a straight face, but breaking news, man, he's going 100+ too. The guy does everything fast. Yeah. His hands lightning fast. I think he had the fastest to first time from a right-handed batter in the league last year. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure, but I thought I saw something where he was just lightning out of the box. And 3 stolen bags, man. Plus, he's on my fantasy team.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. So, I mean, I'm a little biased, maybe. But that leads us into our irrelevant stat of the day. Funny you mentioned Billy Hamilton. The only player to have 400+ stolen base seasons is Billy Hamilton, not the Royals speedster, mind you. This guy was a 5'6" slugger that played from 1888 to 1901.
Yes, I remember those years.
Yeah, you remember Billy? You don't remember?
Gramps told me a couple stories.
Yeah.
Sir Billy, I do believe.
Yeah.
I think that's actually the Billy Hamilton's like senior grandpa twice removed.
Billy Hamilton the first.
Yeah.
He actually had a career batting average of 344 and had 914 stolen bases in his career.
Jesus.
914. And I think that was how many years was that? 13-year career, 914 stolen bases.
He was probably like the one guy that wasn't smoking cigars in the dugout. and you could find it. He could actually
eating hot dogs.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the times were different back then. I think they need to wipe out those stats, dude, because they're a little unreasonable. I mean, they're really underhanding pitches.
Yeah.
Like,
the one thing that is cool about baseball is like probably not back that far, but you can compare people going back to like 1914, and like that's one of the cool things. That's why baseball is America's pastime, because you can actually history. It hasn't changed so much in history, but the 1800 that's a little too far.
Yeah, dude, that's like it's not even the same game anymore.
Like, we don't know really what was going on in the 1800s.
Yeah, dude. What kind of stats? How can we rely on
How much footage do we really have?
All right, guys. This is a new segment that I'm really excited about. We're moving on. We're gonna move Kate here for a little bit. Don't worry, she's not going anywhere. Let's move her this way. Move this guy, Tommy, back there. This is what I like to call the panic button. All right, guys, it's a new segment. I'm going to read some headlines. I'm going to read some things, all right? And if you feel like you're going to panic at all, I want you to hit this button and tell me why you're panicking,
Gotcha.
all right?
Gotcha.
Yankees losing Andujar and Stanton, dropping the series to the O's. Are we panicking?
No. Are you
No,
panicking?
I'm not touching
No,
that.
no, okay, no. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, next one. Machado's miserable 3 for 15, no extra base hits, more strikeouts than hits. Oh, we're panicking.
I'll panic on that.
Dude,
Machado.
he's panicking, guys.
Machado, I was very unimpressed with his Dodgers tenure last year. There's a bad taste in my mouth. And he's such a good player, but like he said himself, he really doesn't care that much. He just got paid. I don't think he's going down there with a burning desire to be the best player he can be.
He's on vacation, dude.
He's on vacation. He's gonna enjoy, hanging out with his the young Latins that are there, and they're gonna be vibing and they're gonna be having fun. But does Machado really care about winning? I don't think so, and so I don't think he's gonna be that invested this year. But maybe when they're good, he'll kick it in, but not this year.
He did beat out a double play last game I was watching.
Wow.
I know, guys, everyone realize.
Oh, he's a hustler now.
Yeah.
He was hustling down that line.
I mean, when you go 3 for 15 with no extra base hits, and you just got signed
you're
for $300 million.
Yeah.
You're gonna run down that line. Okay, next one. Cubs 2 blown saves, has a 10 ERA in the bullpen. Are we panicking? There we go.
Panicking.
Just for good measure.
Oh, it's a double panic.
Dudes are panicking.
I'll
Dudes
panic.
are panicking.
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. If I'm a Cubs fan, I'm nervous because they had a chance to solidify this bullpen, and they still do with Kimbrel out there. That's one of the signings I think they should have made. That would have filled a huge need, right? With our boy Brandon Morrow, just can't seem to stay healthy.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be their guy for 2 years now.
He sold his soul to the
pitched like
Dodgers.
13 games in like 2 years, and he's getting paid tens of millions of dollars.
Getting
That's
hurt
why I
putting
think
pants
Pedro
on.
Strop can't get it done. I'm nervous. They got a lot of good starters. We know that. But as far as their bullpen and closers, they have, what did you say? It's like over a 10 ERA.
Yeah.
2 blown saves.
Yeah.
And they took a loss. Brutal. I mean, I'm panicking. If I'm the
the
Cubs,
Rangers, dude.
I need to get another
I
arm in
know.
there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything Hunter said. Kimbrel could literally give an upgrade to 30 teams.
Any
in
of the
MLB.
teams.
I don't get why he's
Maybe not the
still out there.
Orioles, but
Yes,
he'd only get like 20 chances.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Cubs.
You'd go 20 for 20, I'll tell you that much.
If you watch the first 2 videos, was 100% in on the Cubs, and they scared me this weekend. Like I did not see the killer.
I saw it coming, baby.
I'm not hopping off their bandwagon yet, but I'm definitely panicking.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to a little bit of Kimbrel. Kimbrel and Keuchel still not signed. Are we panicking?
If I'm Rob Manfred, maybe, but as a fan, I think they'll get signed to the next month. I really do.
I'm panicking,
that's fair.
dude. I'm panicking. I mean, there is literally no progression in either of them getting signed, and Kimbrel's literally the best closer in the MLB according to MLB Network. Like, literally number 1 according to their rankings or whatever. I don't agree with that personally, but he is definitely a top 3 closer in my book, and he's not signed? Are you serious? Like, especially with all these closers getting injured, how is he not signed still? I'm not sure.
I mean, if I could just add to that, I don't know if I'll hit that because I'm kind of half in, half out.
Okay.
With Kimbrel, I feel like coming from his perspective, him and Dallas, I feel like they should be nervous. Dallas needed to get a 1 year signed fast. It's different with Kimbrel. He can come in the summer, get his foot wet and get $17 million for like 3/4 of a year, right?
Yeah.
And then, once he does well, he'll get that, I think, big contract now just because the free agent market was different.
Yeah.
But with Dallas, I would be very panicking if I was him.
Yeah.
I would have locked up a 2 or 3 year deal. The Astros offered him, I think, a 3-year deal for some good money, but I know he wants more. But
He's
you got to feel the
he's a Cy
situation.
Young, you know what
I don't
mean?
think his agent handled that properly, and I think it's going to cost Dallas.
Yeah.
Probably he's not going to get signed this year. I mean,
Yeah, because the thing with the starter is you have to build up your arm, and like Kimbrel can come in whenever.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm not concerned yet is it's first of all we're 1 weekend in, and every team is gonna overreact and be like, "Wow, our starting pitching is terrible. Our bullpen needs help now."
Yeah.
And that's when they're gonna go to these guys.
So
that
the
are
demand's
free
gonna be a
agents.
little higher, yeah.
So I think we'll know more in a couple weeks once these teams start playing.
All right, guys. We got two more. Chris Sale has a 2.21 ERA, shelled by the Mariners. Are we panicking?
Beckham took him deep twice. You're not even gonna let me take it.
I won't even let him touch that.
Yeah.
One game, one start.
Yeah. I'm not panicking either. Although, if I was to panic, I would say that he went deep into the postseason, into the World Series, and they rode him, and that maybe he's gonna get off to a little shakier start, and maybe he was overused last year.
I would agree with that.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna press the panic button because I'm not panicking.
Yeah.
However, he is definitely not gonna have like any good start anytime soon. It might take him a couple weeks, a couple starts, because he was not looking good. I don't know if you were watching the game. He was missing his spots, but like
Tim Beckham took him deep twice.
Yeah, dude, Tim Beckham. Who's Tim Beckham? Why is he taking him?
That's what I said. Look up.
Twice.
Need a pickup. You know where to go.
Last one. The Braves are down Fulte and Gausman, both on the DL. They have like 3 new starters in the rotation, and they got blanked by the Phillies, like swept. That's what I mean by blanked.
Yep.
Are we panicking?
Yeah.
Absolutely. The
you
Phillies.
Press that button?
Yeah.
There you go. I'll press it too.
The Phillies are clearly the better team, and they took it to him. They swept him. The Braves are already starting behind the 8 ball. They did nothing to help themselves out, but Gausman's coming back this week. I always say that because he's on my team, so I keep track of this.
Okay.
but the Braves are not winning that division, and they should definitely be panicking with Kimbrel and Keuchel both out there.
They gave up 10 runs, 8 runs, 5 runs. That's a lot of runs. That's something to panic about on opening. You know, your opening series. You know, you got to win one.
Well, when you got Julio Teheran starting for you, he's a default ace. You know, it's like
he's a number one. He's not an ace.
Yeah, he's their default number one. Like that's what I like to call people who aren't aces, but they're number ones. Yeah. They're default aces, in my opinion, because it's like there's no one else. You know. So I wouldn't really worry about that too much. Like, they got their guys on the DL and stuff like that. But what I am concerned about is Gausman's injury is shoulder-related. You know what that means. The trouble is a brewing if it's a shoulder.
Shoot him up.
Yeah, dude. And then Fulte, I don't even know what the timetable is on him, and that's their best pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to see better stuff if they're going to compete in that really talented division.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm nervous.
All right, guys, and then now our final segment, probably my favorite, waiver wire pickups. We're going to talk a little fantasy, okay?
Yeah.
So let's start with Hunter. Hunter, you got a guy for me?
I got a guy. Goes by the name of Clint Frazier, also known as Big Red. He doesn't want that nickname any longer, but it's going to stick with him.
We're giving it to him.
Yankees outfielder. Baby. Go ahead and scoop him up. When Giancarlo's out, he's gonna get a lot of starts immediately. He's only owned in about 4% of Yahoo leagues. And I think that's an immediate add for power. If you need a bat in your lineup, go ahead and scoop him.
Yeah, scoop him before your New York fan in your league goes crazy and scoops him up right away. So make sure you get in before that guy. And also, Hicks is coming back in like a month. So he's going to have a little bit of limited availability. But, hey, he's up here for a month. He's going to get a shot. He's a top prospect. I say do it.
Yeah. Ethan, who's your waiver wire pickup of the day?
All right, my waiver wire pickup is Lucas Giolito. He went, I think, 7 or 8 perfect game before he gave it up.
He had the no-no going. Yeah, that's right.
He is a former top prospect. I like, if I'm going to pick up a guy that's not used that much, I like to know that he had it at one point. Like, he was a top prospect.
Like Trevor Bauer almost.
Yeah, and maybe he just figured it out. So maybe this is the year Giolito figures out, and why not? Pick him up, see if it is. If not, in a month you can drop him.
8 Ks in the first start. That's pretty good.
It's a great way to put it, because it's like obviously scouts see something in a guy. And then he's finally figuring out, and it's like, okay, he was the ace that we're all talking about.
Exactly.
He's just forgotten a little bit. I mean, I think Kyle Gibson on the Twins has a very nice matchup against the Royals on Wednesday.
I feel like he's owned in a lot of leagues. Though.
He's like 30% owned.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty low. You know what I mean? And he's on the Twins. They're playing pretty good. I mean, it depends on the league that you're in. Our league, with a 14-man league, he ain't owned. You know what I mean? But if you're in a 12, 10-man league, you're looking for some help with your rotation, Kyle Gibson's the guy.
Yeah, I like that. As a fellow Kyle Gibson owner, I like that pick.
All right. I'm going to start off with the positional player pickup. And I only say that because you guys probably have this on your radar too. Colton Wong, I'm going to be the first to say it.
Yeah, I mean,
if he's not picked up, you got to grab him. He's hitting 500, 3 home runs, 2 stolen bases. I think he'll go 20-20 this year. he might be a good guy for depth on your spot. I think does he have outfield eligibility? He played center field last year.
I don't think right now, or at least not in our league. But even at second base, that's good power for second base. It's hard to find.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, like second basemen are interchangeable sometimes. You know, it's a little deep position, but it's good to have a little.
There's not
backup
much
to
pop to it.
Yeah, exactly. Ethan, you got a guy?
He's probably gaining traction now, but I'm gonna go Jorge Soler. I think he's still around 30 to 40% owned. But the reason I like him is he's like starting every day in that 3-hole in that lineup. I kind of like if I'm gonna go after a guy that's lower owned, I do like to know he's playing every day too, just in case if I need him, I can call on him.
He's in a great spot for fantasy.
Yeah, great spot. So he's gonna rake in every run that the Royals score. Jorge Soler will be involved in it somehow.
Yeah,
so I think that's
fair. Let me tell you about this little bird I've had my eye on. Not many people have him in this league. Goes by the name of Christian Walker. Arizona Diamondbacks, first base. I believe he's 4 for 7, 2 home runs already. He's owned. I was watching him 2 weeks ago when the season hadn't started, when he was at 1% owned, 2%. He's at 6. So get him on. No one knows who he is, but he's climbing up, and I think he has potential. One of those guys that no one's ever heard of. No one made a prediction on, but I think he could hit 20+ home runs.
Short term, I see it, but like my worry is that Jake Lamb's supposed to be moving over there to first. Yeah. Where is he going to find spots?
I think the Diamondbacks are going to have to find a spot for him.
I mean, if he continues to rake.
If he continues to rake, they're going to find a spot. Lamb can play third, first.
Yeah.
And if Walker's hitting, they're going to leave him at first.
Does he play right field at all? They'll probably move him out there.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a younger guy, and I think they only wanted to bring Lamb over because they want to give Tomas, Yasmani Tomas, their old prospect, a little time.
Tomas.
Yeah, remember him?
Yeah.
But anyways, Christian Walker, I'm buying.
He's the classic Dodgers killer. There's always one of those guys on the team.
He used to be Goldie. Thank God he's gone.
Yeah, no, that's true. Tomas is a hilarious one. I guarantee you he's going to be a waiver wire pickup sometime this season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, someone's giving him a shot.
Someone's giving him a shot on this show. I don't know who yet.
Big, beefy boy. He loves.
That's all for this show. Remember, if you don't follow me on Instagram or YouTube, that's what the show is sponsored by. Go check me out. The links will be in the description below. Thanks, dudes, for being on the show. Great broadcast.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to next week. Any final thoughts?
Season's here. Buckle up. We already started. Enjoy the season, guys. Keep watching.
Let's go Mariners, baby.
Let's go Mariners. Dodgers continue to rake. We didn't even talk about that.
I know.
Jeez. Absolute.
That's how you know we're unbiased journalists here.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
We're the biggest Dodger fans ever. Didn't bring it up.
Not once. Not once.
Young and dumb, thought you were the one. Running through my mind, got me on some. Every single night in my feelings. Got my feelings all started healing. Now I know I'm better off. Take your lies and put them in a